Good evening, Roehampton Club. This is Susanne with another 45-minute Pilates class. Today will be more of a stretch and mobilizing Pilates class because at the moment it's about 28 degrees in this room, and for everybody that's joining here live, we're all a bit hot, so you might be doing this on a chilly day. Then maybe choose a different one that pushes you a little bit harder, but we have to make sure that we don't pass out halfway through. All right, let's stand up, everybody. You need a block and you need a band. You need a safe space to work in. And of course, we've got a little bit of water as well that we can just rehydrate if we need to. So just start by standing really, really tall. Good. Then place your hands on your hips and start with your pelvic tilt. So you want to tilt those hips between the legs and then tilt them forward as well. So finding that deep core engagement, finding that breath as well. So you want to exhale as you tilt and inhale as you reverse. Make sure that you never move too far into the arching of your lower back. So only as far as you feel comfortable. So each and every one of you has a different back. And you just have to sort of learn to know your back and know how much movement you can give it without going into pain and therefore an increased pressure into your lower back. So you want to keep everything nice and pain-free. Good. We're going to keep the hips now facing forward, and we're going to drop our arms to our side. We're going to inhale to bring the arms up. We're also going to look up to the ceiling, and then we're going to go and look down to the floor. Do that again. Look up to the ceiling and down to the floor. Good, we're now going to look up to the ceiling, and as we look down, we're going to go into a squat. Come back up again, look up to the ceiling, and as you come down, you slowly come down and bring it back up again, and take it down, squat, and up, and take it down, breathe. Keep your spine neutral, weight is on the heels. There we go, look up, so turn that head. Last one, come on up. Beautiful, and bring the arms to your side. Standing really tall with your tail tucked in, you're going to rotate the head over your shoulder and back to the center. So feeling a little bit of a stretch in the neck. What you're trying to do is rotate further and further over with each rotation that you do. So you want to really increase that mobility. Head rotations are really important if you drive a car, or indeed ride a bicycle, ride a motorbike. You've got to be able to look over your shoulder. Good, a couple more. Last one. Good, all right, we're going to take one hand and we're going to hold it with the opposite hand. So I'm taking this hand and I'm holding the wrist of the other hand. Good, so you're going to move the head to the same side as you're pulling your arm. So I'm pulling that way, so my head is also going that way. Pull the shoulder back and feel a lovely stretch in your neck. I hope that made sense. And then just don't change anything, just relax for a moment and then go again. Same thing. Pull the arm to one side and tilt the head to the same side. Good, and relax. A couple of shoulder rolls here. And then let's do the other side. So hold on to the other wrist, pull the arm across, and then gently tilt the head over to that side. And just feel a lovely stretch in that neck and shoulder. Release. Let's go again. Pull into it. And relax. One more time. Pull into it. And relax. Good. Shake out those arms. We're now going to stand lengthways to our mat. And we're going to move alongside the mat. And we're just going to place the heel in front of our toe. And we're going to look straight ahead. We're going to do this slowly, all the way to the end of the mat. And then don't turn around, just walk back here. So I'm going to give you a couple more options here that are a little bit harder. So if you're doing this and you find this really wobbly, then please don't attempt the other options. Just go again, do the same thing again. Good, okay, we're going to lift our arm ups and we're going to swing the arms back as we step forward. Swing the arms back, look straight at the horizon, make sure you're breathing. One toe in front of the heel, and then you do this backwards as well. Good. Right, if you're doing this nice and confident and there is not much wobbling going on, I give you a third option. So hands are at the top, we're standing in one line, but this time we're bringing the head and the arms to one side and then over to the other side and then over to the side. Make sure you're not holding your breath. So make sure for this to make it harder that you turn your head. So the eye line goes into the same direction as the moving arms. Keep breathing. Good, let's do this again. So do one of these, whichever one suits you. You need to be challenged, but at the same time you need to move. So make sure that your big toe touches your heel. Big toe is touching the heel, so you're walking in a straight line. You didn't see that. One more time. And relax. Good job, well done. Okie dokie. Place your feet out. Not too wide, about shoulder width apart. Good. Bring the arms forward. Engage your bum cheeks and then just bend the knees a little. Plie and come back up again. Keep the heels on the floor and back up again. Good. Go again. Good. On the way up, we open up the arms. On the way down, we close the arms. On the way up, we open. On the way down, we close. On the way up, we lift one arm up. On the way down, we bring the arm down. On the way up, we bring that arm to the side. We bring it forward again. Other side. Arm comes up as you come up. Arm goes to the side as you come up. Good. Let's do that again. Make it look elegant. Arm comes up. Arm goes to the side. Arm goes up on the other side. Good. Arm goes to the side. Good. Come down. Bring the arms up. Hold it here. Lift off the heel. And then give me a plie. Lift off the heels. And bend your knees. Lift off the heels. And bend your knees. Keep breathing. Lift off the heels. And bend one more time. Lift off the heels. Bring it down. And the plie. Fantastic. And bring the arms to your side. Perfect. Okay. Oh, I'm so hot. Pull the shoulders back and down. Place your feet shoulder width apart. And then find a lovely side bend. Breathe out as you bend into it. Breathe in as you come back. Try not to reach for the floor. Instead, try to reach the crown of the head into the diagonal corner of the room. What you want to feel is a lengthening sensation on the side that you're bending away from. Let's add the arm. Breathe it out as you go up and over. Breathe out as you go up and over. Good. Keep going. Breathe out. Last one. Breathe out. Perfect. Good. Grab your blocks. Hold your block in front of you. We're going to go into that big rotation. Swap your hand. Big movement through the chest. Swap the hand. Good. See if you can go up first. Go up and round and forward. Up and round. And what I'm after here is your whole torso moving. One more up and round. And now we go down and up. So down and up. Down and up. If you find that your shoulder is catching anywhere, then make it a little bit more shallow. You've got 3, 2, and a 1. Perfect. Okay. It's now a figure of 8. So you swap the block in front of your chest. Just draw a figure of 8 with your block. That's it. A nice big shoulder movement. Fantastic. Good. We're now going to hold the block and we're going to march slowly. March slowly. Make sure you feel the big toe engaging into the ground. So use your toes. Try to lengthen the toes. Fantastic. Good. Can we add the figure of 8? Block goes underneath our thigh. Figure of 8. Block goes underneath and underneath. That's it. Yeah, make sure that you find that calm balance. Some of you are rushing. I want a slow figure of 8. Let's go the other way, from the inside out. From the inside out, nice and slow. Keep breathing. You've got 4, 3, 2, and last one. Fantastic. Place the block down. Grab your bands. Okay, so if you've got a joist-off band, I want sort of a medium light band rather than a strong band. And then place those bands over your hips, about shoulder width apart. It's an overhand grip. You're now going to engage your core. Good. And now you're going to pull the shoulders back and release it again. Make sure you're not arching your spine. Breathe out, pull the shoulders back and release it again. So I don't want you to pull the arms back as such. You're pulling the shoulders back. So pull back from in between the shoulders. Don't lead with your arms, lead with your shoulders. Breathe out and breathe in to release. And again, breathe out. Breathe in to release. Keep going. Your arms are long, please. Can we lengthen our arms? And it's an overhand grip. Pull it over your hips and release. Some of you are doing it completely wrong. Sorry to say it like that. Pull it over the hips and release. That looks better. Go again. Pull over the hips and release. And really feel how you're pulling back through the shoulders. Excellent. Keep those arms long. You've got 4 more big ones. And 3. And 2. And now we're going to hold it. Hold, pull back from in between the shoulders. Give me 8 little pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And release. Good job. Big shoulder rolls. You should have felt that all around your shoulders. All right, I think it's time we go onto the floor. So take your time. I would like you on all fours in a cat-cow. A cat-cow where you move through the full length of your spine. Hands are underneath the shoulders, knees are underneath the hips. And let's do this up and down through a lovely rounded back into a small arch and a lengthening sensation. Keep going with this. I need to have a drink. Yeah, just make sure your shoulders are downwardly engaged. So some of your shoulders are coming up a little bit too much. Keep those shoulders down for me, please. Okay, listen, from a neutral spine, we're now going to roll all 10 toes underneath our feet. On the exhale, we're going to push back as low as you can go. And on the inhale, come out of it. Just shift your weight onto your hands and knees. And then exhale, go a little bit deeper if you can. Careful with knee issues. So if you've got knee issues, you might want to keep it nice and gentle. If you haven't got knee issues, push back. Another thing that you should feel is that toe stretch, particularly in the big toe and the second toe. However, if you had a bunion operation or any other operation where your toes are either fused or sore, maybe arthritis could be another thing, then just be careful. You can lengthen those toes if you need to. So don't do anything that, for example, a physio has told you not to do, or a doctor. Push back a little bit more with each one. You're trying to gain a little bit of range. You've got 4 more. Push those big toes down the second toe. Keep the core gently engaged. Good. Maybe the breastbone can come a little bit lower. Keep the head off, keep the elbows off. Maybe the knees are allowing you to bend a little bit deeper into this now. And this is your last one. And relax. Good, come on up. Come on onto your knees. Make sure that you've got no equipment on your mat. And then bring your knees right to the end of your mat. So my knees are still on the mat, but my feet are not. Good. We're going to lift our arms up. I'm just going to show you from the side. So from here, what I would like you to do, I would like you to lean back and just find a really nice round spine. And then bring it back up again. Pull those shoulders back. Do that again. Sort of scoop yourself under with a nice round spine and lift back up again. Do that one more time. Scoop under, find a really nice round back. Come up. We're going to hold it up here now. We're going to step over. Good. And then we're going to lean our hand onto our thigh and we're stretching over to the side. I can feel an inner thigh stretch. We're then going to push back, lift both arms up, bring the leg back under. Nice round spine. Come on up. Over to the other side and lean into it. So now, depending on your mobility, you're going to do this faster or slower. Depending how much time you need for each of these movements. How easy it is for you to bring that leg out to the side. So the speed shouldn't be copied from me. You do what you can, finding a groin stretch and a lovely lower back stretch. Finding movement. Under you go. Come on up. And sideways. We're going to do one more on the other side. Bring it under, round spine. Come on up. Bring the leg over and lean into it. Fantastic. And come back. Good. We're now going to do a groin stretch. So you're going to open both of your legs nice and wide. And you're going to sit down as deeply as you can. So the further you push yourself back, the deeper the stretch. You can come onto your elbows or you can stay on your hands. Keep going like this. So if you feel that this is way too strong for you, you can lie on your back, drop your knees to the side and just take your hands and gently press into your thighs. So this could be your option if the kneeling one is too strong or your knees don't want to do it. But make sure you can feel something. The further you pull your tail, the deeper the stretch. You've got 4 more breaths. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Come on up and lie on your back for me, please. Pelvic tilts. Feet are at a comfortable distance away from your bum cheeks. On the exhale, you tilt your 2 hip bones towards you. You lift your pelvic floor up. You pull your tummy in. On the inhale, you reverse it again. On the exhale, you tilt. On the inhale, you reverse. Finding that lower back. Almost having a break. So the lower back should be completely relaxed. The whole of your work should be coming from the center of your trunk and from the front of your trunk. Make sure that you only come into neutral. So the spinal curve in that lower back is fairly small. The hip bones are facing up to the ceiling. So make sure that you're not shining your tail the other way or the hip bones towards your knees. The hip bones only go towards the ceiling and then towards your face. You're going to do 2 more. And you're going to do 1 more. Okay, now come into neutral. Your hip bones are facing vertically up to the ceiling. Draw the belly button in, lift your pelvic floor. You still got a lovely little gap underneath your lower spine. Take one leg, flex the foot of that long leg and press it into the mat. Widen the arms a little bit more and push your shoulders deeply into the mat. Then bring one leg into tabletop with a pointed toe. Good. We're now going to go into hip mobilization again. So make a big circle with your thigh bone. Make it as big as you can. Really push the heel of the long leg into the floor and make this as big as you can. It's your knee that is leading today. So it's the knee that is leading, not your toe. The knee is leading. Make it as big as your hip joint is allowing you to, okay? So the ones with a little bit of a hip problem, you're going to have to make this a bit smaller. Good. Try to breathe out as you're pulling the leg towards you. Keep your hips still. Let's go the other way. And round you go. Make sure the hips don't start rocking. Feel how you're pushing your shoulders and the length of your arms into the mat. Feel how you're pushing the long leg into the floor. You've got 4 more. 3, 2, and last one. And you come back into tabletop. Good. Stay that way. We're now going to pull the other leg up onto its foot. Imprint your lower back. So your lower back now sits flat on the floor. You're putting the 2 hip bones towards you. Lift the second leg up. Good. We're now going to go into toe tap. Make sure your hips don't move away from your breastbone. So the hips are pulling towards you. So keep engaging your stomach muscles. Keep engaging those internal muscles, your pelvic floor, your belly button, and then the external muscles, lower abdominals are pulling towards you. Hip bones to rib bones. Tucking your tail between your legs is another way of saying it. Flattening your lower back onto the mat. Whichever of these work for your brain. Make sure the spine is flat on the floor. You've got 4 more. 3. And I'm breathing out in the full length of that movement. And then 1. Okay, listen. Keep the other leg in tabletop. Lengthen the leg that you haven't moved yet. Flex your foot, press the leg into the mat. Press your shoulders down the length of your arms. And now you start your circles on this side. As big as you can. So if you get into trouble anywhere, then make the range of movement a little bit smaller so you're out of pain. So I'm currently struggling a little bit with hip flexor pain. So when I pull the knee towards me, it's a little bit sore. So I'm making it smaller because I'm listening to my body. I'm not just ignoring it. Make it as big as you can. Pushing that long leg down, pushing your arms down, keeping your hips as engaged as possible. I can see some of your hips rocking right and left. Engage your core, push the long leg down. I don't want to see any of that. Change the direction. Keep breathing. I can still see the hip rock. So you've got the same amount of weight on both of your bum cheeks. There is no movement through the hips. Good. You've got 4 more. Breathe out as you pull towards you. 3, 2, and last one, and a 1. Beautiful. Place both feet on the floor. Bring the arms out into a T position. Super glue your thighs together and find your twist stretch. And over to the other side. So your feet are stacked. One foot is on top of the other one. Slow it down, slow it down. You don't want to go too fast here. Really feel the stretch. Finish the stretch on one side before you bring it over to the other side. Good. If you find that one side is really tight compared to the other side, then do 2 repetitions on that one. And again, you're taking your time. Let's do one more. Bring that back to the center. Let's go back on all fours. So roll over and come back up onto all fours. Hands on the shoulders, knees on the hips. Find neutral spine. So go a couple of times into that cat-cow. Do it again. Cat-cow. I'm just going to turn my mat at the slight angles. It makes it a little bit more clear what you should be doing. Come into neutral. Maybe have a quick look. Take one hand and place it behind your ear. It's like a salute, but instead of having it in front of your forehead, it's behind the ear. This other elbow, the one that's on the floor, it rotates out to the side. You're touching the elbow to the hand, and then you exhale to lift that up and really find a neutral spine. Let's do 3 on this side. Bend the elbow out to the side. Inhale, pull your shoulders down, and exhale, find your stretch. Good. Lengthen your spine, please. Inhale down and exhale to lift. So if you've got osteoporosis, make sure that you're not forcing anything. Bring the hand back down. Let's do the other side. So if you've got spinal issues, you need to go gently. Look over the shoulder and breathe out to feel the stretch. Go again. Take it down. Hand and elbow touch and lift it back up. One more time, hand, elbow touch, and lift it up. Good. Bring the hand down. Let's make it a little bit bigger. We're now going to reach underneath, look over the shoulder. And then the long arm comes up. But we're going to alternate these ones. So hand down, swap to the other side, look over your shoulder. Feel the stretch. Bring it up. Feel the movement. Let's do one more time on each side. Take it under, look over the shoulder. Pull it up, lengthen your spine. Make sure the core engages. You've got one more, so belly button is pulling in, please. The tail is tucked and up. And bring both hands down. Well done. Good. Okay, let me go sideways again. Grab your blocks and lie on your side. Actually line your elbow to start off with because we're going to go into a quadricep stretch. Front of our thighs and hip flexors. So this is my good knee and I'm happy to hold on to my ankle. But if you are on your dodgy knee, you're going to grab your band. You're going to wrap that band around your ankle and you're going to use it like a handle. So if you've got a dodgy knee, this is what you're doing with the band. If you haven't got a dodgy knee, do it without. You get a deeper stretch. So only if the knee is unhappy. Now, if you tuck your tail in, you get a better stretch. Keep breathing. Okay, gently let go. Turn back onto your elbows and come onto your knees into a plank on the elbows and the knees. This is your level 1. If you get too hot, come out of it. Your level 2, you're lifting your knees up and you're on your toes. We're not going to do a huge amount. We're going to count to 10, 9, make sure your back doesn't arch, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now turn away from the camera and do the same on the other leg. So find your quadricep stretch. Use the band if you need to. Don't worry if you can't see me. You hopefully can still hear me. Good. Tuck your tail in a little bit more. Pull your shoulders down your back. Got 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let go of that leg. Turn around again so you can see the screen. Okie dokie, here we are, all back looking the same way. Pop the block underneath your head and find really good alignment. So your feet, your knees are bent, your feet, your bum, the shoulders, and the back of the head. Everything is lined up. Line it up with the back edge of the mat. Make sure the shoulders are stacked and the hips. That means that your waist and rib cage is lifted. And don't just lift it up once and then forget about it and sink down again. You need to lift it at all times. So if you lengthen this hip bone away from your shoulders, you get a much easier lift through that waist. Hand on hip, pull the shoulders back and down. Engage your core, so draw the pelvic floor off, lift your belly button, tuck your tail in. Lengthen the top leg all the way into your ankle. Good, now lift it up to hip height. Fantastic, and now we're going to go round and round in circles again. Breathe out as you lift. Breathe in as you bring it down. Just check that your posture is in really good position. So the back of the head is pulling back, the shoulders, the waist, the rib cage is lifted. Good, now flex your foot, go the other way. Keep everything engaged. Feel the outer thigh, your bum cheek engage. Press the bottom leg into the floor. You've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, you're going to hold the leg very still. You're going to rotate the big toe down, and then you're going to rotate the big toe up. So we're not circling the leg, we are rotating the leg in our hip joint. Our hips don't move. So when you pull the big toe down, make sure the hips don't come forward. So we are rotating the thigh bone in our hip joint. Internal and external hip rotation. Good. Deeply flex your foot. You've got 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. And then have a little rest. Perfect. Well done. Bring both arms forward. Take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, we find the open book. Rotate with your ribs pulled down, and inhale, bring it back again. Exhale, lift up and find the rotation. Your arm doesn't go lower than 45 degrees. Your ribs pull down. Make sure that you don't arch your back. So because I can't be with you, you have to make sure that you're really listening to your back. There is no arching of the spine. The ribs are pulled down. Arm only goes to 45 degrees. Your whole head is turning. Some of you are going like you're racing me. Slow it down. And it's a direct line from the front to the back, so there is no circling going on through that arm. It's just a nice long arm. See if you can rotate through the upper body a little bit more. If you feel it's pulling anywhere, then allow the thighs to lift off the floor a little bit. But if it's not pulling, keep them on the floor. Good, all right. I've noticed in my own body that my range of movement has increased, which is exactly what you're looking for, that mobility. One more time. Lovely. Back to the front. Okay, push yourself up. You've got a band somewhere. Take your block and place the block next to the mat on the other side. And then sit on your bum cheeks. We're going to lengthen our legs. We're going to take our band and we're going to just loop it around our feet. Like so. We're going to sit as tall as we can. As tall as we can. Good. Fairly tight, so the band can be held fairly close to your feet. Good. So we're going to do the roll down, but I needed to give you options because the ones with osteoporosis and spinal issues shouldn't really be doing the roll down all the way down. But we can all lean forward and stretch our hamstrings and calves. So you're going to pull the elbows towards you and you're going to lean forward from the hips. Flex your feet and push your knees into the mat. Hold it there for 3 breaths. Good. And on the next exhale, you lengthen your arms. Sit tall again. Good. Engage your core and then lean back with a straight spine. Pull your shoulders back. Not too far, please. And then inhale. Exhale, come back up again. Straight spine and then lean forward. Pull the elbows back, push your knees down. So if you've got any spinal issues, osteoporosis, you can do this as long as you're not curving your spine. So keep everything nice and long and don't go over your lower back in any way, shape or form. Go back up again and pull yourself forward, pushing those knees down. So if you're healthy and strong, what you're going to do is you're going to tuck your tail in. So you're now curving the spine. And you're going to go all the way down. Your legs are straight, nice and controlled. Arms are alongside you. You're going to inhale at the bottom. Exhale, bring the chin to the chest. And slowly come back up again. Come back up. Good. And then I would like you to join the others again. So a straight spine. And then lean forward to hold your stretch. Push your knees into the mat. Chin is tucked to your chest. Elbows are pulling back. Good. Make sure you're not rounding your spine too much. You want to lean forward from the hips. Good. Lengthen those arms again. Let's go again. So halfway down, osteoporosis, spinal issues with a straight spine. We're going down bone by bone. We're inhaling deeply at the bottom. We're exhaling. We're pulling ourselves back up with long arms. Some of you are bending the elbows as you come up. Don't bend the elbows. Keep them long. Now we're bending the elbows because we're stretching forward. So let's do it one more time. So on the movement, your elbows are perfectly straight. Your shoulders are pulled back and down. Good for your grip strength as well. Take it down. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, chin to chest. The arms are long. Allow the band to help and assist, but not to do all the work. Good. And then sit tall and lean forward. Push those knees down as low as you can go. Hold it here now onto that stretch. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let go. Place your back next to you on the mat. Grab the block. It's already on the right side. I'm going to have a quick drink. And then I would like you on your side, please. Perfect alignment from the head into your shoulders, into your hips, into your feet. Hand on hip. The waist is lifted. The rib cage is lifted. Back of the head is pulling back. You're going to extend the top leg and you're long from the crown of the head all the way down into your ankle. And then you're going to start circling that leg. Please don't give me flat pancakes. I would like a really nice, lovely dinner plate sized circle. The pelvic floor is lifted. The belly button is pulled in. You're going round and round. See if you can breathe out as you go up and breathe in as the leg goes down. See if you can pull the leg a little bit further back. Good. Now hold it still. Flex your foot and go the other way. Breathe out as you lift. Breathe out as you lift. And really deeply flex your foot. Feel how the front of your thigh has engaged. You've got 5 more. 4, 3, 2. Last one. Now hold it still. Keep your foot flexed. We're now going to rotate the thigh bone down. And then we're going to rotate it up. Make sure the hips are facing forward. Rotation down. Rotation up. Keep going with this. Rotation down and up. Go as deeply as you can. See if you can lift that rib and waist away from the mat again. See if you can feel the engagement between the shoulder blades and also the engagement in your deep neck muscles. 4 more. 3, pull the back of your hip back. 2, and 1. Good, and then give that a little rest. Bring both hands forward. Maybe you need to push the block back a little bit. Pull the shoulders back and down. Lift the top arm up. and find a rotation. So it's a straight line to the back of the room. You have to make sure that you're not arching your back and that you're pulling your rib cage down, so you're not raising that rib cage up. So if somebody came and gave you a punch in your stomach when you're doing this rotation, you should be ready for that. So it should feel like you're nicely engaged, prepare for impact. So it should feel like you're wrapping some cling film around your trunk. Tuck the tail in, draw the belly button in, close the ribs. And what you should feel is that you're getting a little bit more range of movement with each one that you do, theoretically. If you feel that it's pulling into your back, then allow your thighs to just sort of lift off the mat a little bit. Do it a little bit softer if you need to. You're going to do one more. Make sure the head turns, please. And bring it back to the front. Fantastic. Okie dokie. Let's loose the block and turn onto our chest. Lengthen those legs. We're going to do a box down to back extension. So our forearms, our hands are on next to the mat, parallel to the edge of the mat. Our belly button is pulled in, our tail is tucked, our bum cheeks are clenching. Our spine is lengthening. Take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, you lift the back of your head up and you find length in your stomach muscles. And then back down again. So I'm not really after you giving me as much height as possible. I'm much more keen on you finding length in your spine. So from the hips into the crown of the head. And I'm also keen on you feeling that you're pulling the shoulders down your back gently. And the support that the hands are giving you. So the hands are definitely pushing into the floor. And you're trying to stretch that rib out. Try not to hinge on your back. Instead, lengthen the breastbone forward and away from your hips. Can I have one more, please? Make sure your bum is engaged. Lengthen forward. Good. And then just hold it in this last one for a few breaths. Maybe drop the height a little bit and feel just a touch more length. You've got 3 more breaths here. 2. And then slowly bring that back down again. Fabulous. Push yourself up again into that 4-point kneeling position. And give yourself another cat-cow. Releasing that lower back when you do a cat. And then lengthening forward once more into the cow. Go again. Tuck your tail in. Release the lower back. Hold it for a moment. We're going to do it one more time. Tuck your tail in. Release through the lower back. Really clench your bum. And relax. And that is it for today. Good job, everybody. Excellent work. I hope the ones that were here live haven't sort of melted like a French cheese in the sunshine. I'm just going to say goodbye to the recording and then I'll say goodbye to you guys. So thanks for coming on Recorded. I hope you liked it and I hope to see you soon.